All right, fight fans, this is Ted Czech from MMA Explosion. Here with Tom Joyce.
How you doing?
Hey, we're going to run down this. Tom, there's a ton of things going on MMA-wise in the state here. Let's run through these things pretty quick. First of all, we have an event in Johnstown this Saturday. It's called Iron Will Fighting Championship.
Okay.
It's going to feature a co-main eventer, Charlie the Spaniard Brenneman. Mm-hmm. He's from the state. He's from Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania native, and he's also a Tapper Sleep sponsored fighter. Tapper Sleep, as you well know, if you read the blog, that's a Hanover-based mixed martial arts company run by Jared Phillips.
Yep, go Jared.
Yeah, and also making his pro debut is Lionheart fighter Lou Armazzani.
Great.
And the reason I mentioned Lou is because he used to live in York County at one time, and he used to train with George McGinnis.
Cool. At
York Mixed Martial Arts Academy in Red Lion. Well,
Great.
at that time it wasn't. Yeah. I still consider Lou a local guy.
Oh yeah,
He's up at State College. He trains with Lionheart fighters, but he's still, in my mind, he's a local guy.
Oh yeah.
So I met Lou. He's a great guy and everything, and so. All right.
Cool.
Next, we got the Central Pennsylvania Warrior Challenge. Their next event, actually, they're dropping in Central Pennsylvania for this event. It's in the Poconos on June 26th as part of the World Karate Union, whatever they're having there, some
convention,
some type of convention. Yeah. It's going to feature some guys that I think a lot of you are familiar with. We got Jimmy Chappell, nicknamed Shrapnel. He'll be there. Dwayne Bastris is going to be there, fighting Jay Haas in a pro fight. And another local pro who has not fought in the Central Pennsylvania Warrior Challenge before, Anthony Dick. He'll be there fighting, and then Kevin Michael Flinchbaugh. I don't know why the name just lends itself to that. Kevin's a great guy. Met him at the first CPWC, so Kevin will be there as well. And then the Warrior Challenge returns to Wisehaven, where the first event ever, MMA event ever in the state was held. Returns there July 18th.
Okay.
And by the way, for tickets for both the June 26th event and this one that I'm just talking about right now, the July 18th event at Wisehaven, go to warriorchallenge.info. All right. Anyway, so July 18th, we've got a defense of all the belts that were handed out at the first Warrior Challenge in April. That's according to Mark Jovich. And then also we have Adam Hostetter, who's a long-time, he's trained with Mark for a number of years. I believe he's a punter of a semi-pro football team. Yep. Guy's an absolute beast.
Big boy.
Yeah, about 6'2", 260. Hits like a sledgehammer. And so he'll be there challenging for the heavyweight title against John Tuxford. And then also we have possibly the first female fight.
Oh, that'd be great.
In the state.
That'd be great.
So that's what it looks like to Mark. It's what Mark is telling me. So we'll have more information on that as it becomes available. Now, in August, UFC 101 Declaration. We now have a name for it. It's Declaration. That's what they're calling it.
In Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia at the Wachovia Center on August 8th. So tickets are going on sale soon. I believe you got to check with Ticketmaster or go to UFC.com, or I think I have information up on my blog as well. But you know, main event is, I think it's a kind of a co-main event.
Oh, okay.
Got for the lightweight title, BJ Penn against Kenny Florian.
Dang.
Or Kenny Florian challenging BJ Penn. And then we have Anderson Silva moving up again to the light heavyweight division to fight Forrest Griffin.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we've got another 9 fights apparently. That's what it looks like. I mean, I think one or two may not be confirmed yet, but I mean, you know, according to MMAJunkie.com, we've got 11 fights.
Wow.
Total on the card.
It's really cool that you know. I mean, for the first UFC in Pennsylvania, we got some huge fights there. You know.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I mean, with their with the roster that the UFC has, they can do a lot with it. You know?
Yeah.
And they have delivered time and time again. There's been some cards that have been lackluster, and maybe they've lacked the star power. Some of the other cards, but I think we've got a lot here. We've got Amir Sadola, who was in one of the Ultimate Fighter. He's an Ultimate Fighter winner, I believe. Ricardo Almeida, Kendall Grove, Josh Neer, Kurt Pellegrino, Aaron Riley, always puts on a good show. Tamden the Barn Cat McCrory, love that nickname, the Barn Cat. George Soteropoulos, Tales is kind of infamous now with his last fight against Anderson Silva. He's down at, check this out, he's at the bottom of the card.
Wow.
The bottom. Alessio Sakara. So we've got a lot of good names. That's great. Wow. And then finally, if you've been reading the blog, hopefully you've read George McGinnis's blog. I'm calling it George McGinnis Action Star. And really, I gotta say, I mean, I just love. I've been just loving reading that because he's on the set of Warrior, which is a movie that's being filmed right now in Pittsburgh. It stars Nick Nolte and I'm not sure who else. It's kind of this kind of a redemption, coming of age kind of thing. Not really sure exactly. It doesn't matter what the plot is really. But Nate Marquardt's in it. Eric Apple, who's been, I believe he used to fight for the WEC, is in it. Kurt Angle is in it. He's a Pittsburgh native. And George is there. George, along with a bunch of other fighters, and he answered the call for extras. Yeah. But he's been having a great time and doing whatever he can there to make himself known and get as much filming in as he can. So maybe hopefully when they finally cut it, when they finally release the film, we'll see George somewhere on there.
Oh yeah. I mean,
maybe just for like a millisecond, we'll still say, hey, that's George.
Hey, we know that guy. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, if you haven't read it, I read it just a couple hours ago. It's a very entertaining read. George is a pretty good writer, man. I was impressed,
Absolutely.
And, the movie itself, like I was reading through it, and let's face it. I mean, I love martial arts movies, but by and large, they're not great cinema.
No.
You just kind of watch the fight scenes and stuff like that. But I was reading that article. Some Pittsburgh paper, I guess.
Right, it was the Post-Gazette, yeah.
I was thinking to myself, you know what? This movie actually sounds like it might be good.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the current crop of movies that have come out, MMA movies, I mean, they suck. They do. Dialogue-wise or whatever, if you care about that. But you probably don't. If you're watching the movie, you care about the fights and who you know in the movie and who you recognize, and that's it. You know what I mean? Really, as long as it fits the bill fight-wise,
Yeah, well, I mean, from what I was reading, what impressed me was, first of all, the brothers, the producer and the director, I think they were the ones who did that Smash Machine documentary for HBO.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Well, that's a great film.
Two, they were apparently interested in authenticity, which is why they were shooting in Pittsburgh in the first place and why they went out and were seeking out actual MMA fighters.
Right. Gives them a lot of street cred.
I mean, think about it. I mean, they're getting MMA fighters like George just as guys to be walking around in the background and working out on bags. I mean, that shows a real commitment to it.
Right.
And three, it's got Nick Nolte in it, who is awesome, man. Have you ever seen The Good Thief? Good Thief by Neil Jordan, remake of a 1950s French movie. Sorry, I'm a bit of a film geek here.
I haven't seen that one. All I'm picturing right now is his mugshot of when he looked like a total bum.
Yes, he did. Yes, but
hopefully he's cleaned himself up since then and he's back to work and everything. So
he has. He's on this real clean living kick anyway. But he's a great actor, man. So I'm
sweet.
I'm pretty intrigued by this.
Well, we're happy for George, and so I can't wait to read his third installment. Hopefully we'll have that up tonight on the blog. So Tom, that's it for me.
Okay, and I just want to say that. Next time the Central Pennsylvania Warrior Challenge comes to Weishaven, we're going to be all over that like we were over the last one. We're going to be doing advanced videos. We're going to be there during the event itself. We got a great response, that video that I posted of the fights. A few weeks there, it's got over 600 hits, so a lot of people are interested in, and we'll still be, we'll be there again.
We'll be there. That's right. All right. So, it's Ted Czech.
Tom Joyce.
Tom Joyce saying, take care. We'll see you next time.